we're late to the party. We've got a match we've been waiting for.
Shirewolves versus the Lion's Den.
Vanessa was a huge diehard fan of Wolves of Steel.
Yes.
To the point where she threw that match and we lost it on purpose because we love them so much. That's what we're going with. But no, they have reformed and recombined their efforts. We have the Nerds Watch and we have the Wolves of Steel coming together to
bring Shirewolves.
So we know who Vanessa's got for this match.
Hell
clearly.
yes.
And you know what? Yeah, I'm going for the Shirewolves too because it's Ken and Dagnino. And Dagnino has proven that he knows stuff at certain points. You know, depending on the questions, he's not a slouch at all. He actually can pull some pretty good answers when need be. However, he's partnered up with Ken, who has
I was gonna say
too.
He has pulled stuff too,
but he is more of the Star Wars professional.
Can I get a Star Wars question?
Can I get a Star Wars question, please? He is a Star Wars athlete for sure. Not when it comes to general trivia, where when you combine Clark Wolf and Rachel, that's just kind of a no-brainer. These two together, it's going to be incredible. To see how it shakes out.
Yes, I mean, I think that they complement each other's weaknesses very well because I feel like Clark Wolf knows like superheroes, but I feel like since Rachel has been like the inner geekdom, she'll be like the head streak with that one. So if they ever get that on the wheel, then it's like a no-brainer kind of thing.
And they both know everything on the side of Oscars, classics,
horror.
Clark Wolf has all the more recent stuff, where Rachel's got all the stuff that was made before we were born. So it should work out pretty well for them. So with that, we are going to get into the battle between the Shirewolves and... are they just going by Lions Den?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's do that now.
People have been asking me about Rachel Cushing, a mysterious figure from the north. When I was asked to enter the Schmoedown, when I was begged by the fans to come into the Schmoedown, I thought, how best to enter the Schmoedown world? This is going to be the first step into a larger world. That's from Star Wars.
Thank you. Come back, Ken, we miss you.
We're not here for a sideshow. When everyone else is shouting, we are here to win.
Boom.
Look, you have Clark Wolf, who has become a damn superstar in this league, paired up with the former champion Mark Riley, and let's see what the two of them are going to do together. You had the decision where JTE had reached out to Clark.
I love that. As soon as Riley came out of the freaking curtains, I was like,
the then champion was going to be her teammate.
And your winner! Playing for the titles against the Patriots, they are Clark Wolf.
I'm anticipating it right now.
Latina.
Yeah, man.
Title shot.
Yeah.
I knew we can do it. And Clark, I know you want a belt.
You know, Mark Riley, I want a belt.
I am personally very saddened by your loss here today. Mark Riley, you are still the reigning movie trivia champion.
That I am.
Singles.
That I am. Con Air? Yes.
Mark Riley has been eliminated.
What's next for me is, I'm a veteran in this league.
You are.
I feel it. I'm taking a step down.
You are.
For, I don't know for how long, but I'm definitely gonna stop competing in the movie trivia league at this point.
We should have gotten those.
We were there for that.
It was
We
a little
saw
too
his
close for me.
final
We're
match.
retired and everything for now, but can we have...
And then we really saw one of his last matches up close and personal.
Yes, and he killed it though.
Dominated.
Oh, here
I
it
think
goes.
that
Here it
we
comes.
are getting to
There
a
it
place
is.
as a team
There it
where
is.
we are learning each other's strengths and weaknesses,
Oh, there
learning
it
how to
is.
cover each other's backs, like we were saying. So
It was rough.
They
I'm
were
really
so
glad
good,
that as a
though.
team
Yeah.
we made it that far, and I think
And we were
I think we're
so
ready to keep
tired.
going.
And your winner!
Yes!
And they were close there too, so
You know, you've talked
They
about
were
it a little
awesome.
bit, and there's been rumblings about it, that this could have been your last match, you know? What's next for Wolves of Steel, and what's next for you?
Well, yeah, unfortunately I gotta stick to what I said and what I need to do, which is step down for a while. Like I've said, I really wanted that belt. The thing that stings so much is to get that close and letting my partner down, because I've been wanting to get that belt on her shoulder.
Well, think. When the Lion's Den commences
Yeah.
with this member,
Yeah.
all hell will break loose.
Did we ever find out what was in the bag?
No, not yet.
No, get out!
You can hear Robert.
Ken is part of the what?
Ken, what's going on? What happened out there? I didn't want to interrupt your interview, but Dagnino?
We started
So good.
so strong.
Brilliant
I didn't want to get in the
turn.
path. I failed.
I don't
failed
believe
in
that.
defeating them.
It
How
happened
can we
once.
defeat them? We can't defeat
And whoever
We
shot
can.
that
There is
segment,
absolutely a way. I know
kudos.
we
It was
can.
so
I know
good.
We can do it together.
You're right.
All right. We're
Nerds
doing
watch.
this.
Partners?
Partners. Come here.
Rachel Cushion is here! Rachel, waiting for Ken to come out the side. Rachel, where is Ken?
those shots,
We get Ken
too. I
outside,
love
please.
those shots with
I'm
the,
sure he's
the
just
shift
running
focus.
a little behind.
3, 2,
She was so close.
and your winners by way of technical knockout, Logan Ken!
I am so sorry. I almost missed my opportunity to congratulate these guys.
No!
And Draco, though.
And then Draco.
hurt him so
Yeah, but
much.
he made the right
This
choice.
is
He
my
came
time.
to the light.
My time.
Yeah, he
I
did.
don't need any of you. I don't need Rachel. I have new friends now. I have new power. And this,
I
for once
love
in my
Evil
life,
Ken.
is about me. You all right? You feel good?
I'm good, Ken. Don't worry about me.
Okay. Okay, you know, you could have avoided this if you just chose to stick by my side sooner. This
I propose that you and the new love of your life, Dagnino, pair up as a team, and I will find a teammate to take you down.
I accept. I accept that challenge.
30 minutes Iron Man match for the Star Wars
We were
Movie
there for
Trivia
that, too.
Schmoedown Championship of
So
the
good.
World.
How many times has normal rated Han offered paid Jabba if he would spare his life?
Sam, Pikachu, and your
And his face afterwards. Yeah, he couldn't believe it.
It was such a close game, though.
Last question. How does that even happen? How did that even happen?
It was
So
anybody's
perfect.
game. Like,
So perfect. That's when you see an evenly matched combination.
Hey
Competitors.
guys, sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to let you both know, as I'm sure you filled Tom in, that we will be playing a team match next season.
We heard of partners.
Yeah, no, I don't think so because I have a partner. I found that person. Hey, partner.
Oh, did you think that we were gonna leave you hanging again? Of course it's me. Shirewolves.
yeah.
We talked it over, and your offer to join your faction next month, that's not really going to work for us.
Listen, I totally understand. You guys have both been performing
No,
really
no,
well.
no, 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 no. We want to join you now.
That's amazing. According to Draco, that wasn't planned. It just happened.
The best ones are unplanned.
One take.
Yeah.
They need to make like a Schmoedown score now of just all the score songs that they use in the Schmoedown. Like this one. That's how you can start it. Right off the bat, track 1.
Yeah, I want it as my ringtone. Like this part right here. I guess I could just record it like old school.
Welcome back to the movie Trivia Schmoedown. I'm Christian Harloff, and it is the team lead.
Schmoedown.
And my goodness, the team lead has a really
Yeah, I
fierce
love that
rivalry
Mark
going on
Riley's
today.
there.
The Lions Den and the Shirewolves.
makes sense.
And joining me today,
You need somebody
it
else
is
on the other end,
former
though.
two-time champion of the world, Mark
Balance
Yodi
it out.
Riley is
Thank
here.
you very much. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
I would recommend Tom, but
Especially
clearly
for
he's
today,
busy.
because I have
I have somebody in
this
competition that I am rooting for, and I'm not afraid
He
to
has a
say
horse
it.
in this race.
And the Shirewolves are my team. I
Wolf
can't
in
wait
the
to watch
race.
them action for the first time.
Well, yeah, I mean, and listen, and plus the fact that I have Shirewolves stickers on my computer.
I'm going to get some stickers myself.
And we've already heard the bias from the bias calls for the Lions Den, but you and I are we are fair. It's going to be a fair match. But look at what happened with this particular match and what has happened. The storyline in between this thing is incredible, because you look at the team of Ken Knapsack and Tom Dagnino, and the way that all came to be was that Ken and Rachel were teammates, good teammates. Some said at first, some thought that Ken was the one who brought Rachel into the league, when in reality, it was Clark Wolf at the Schmoedown Spectacular 1, to where she was listening to Rachel answer questions in the crowd and ran up to me and said, "You have to put her in the league." It was Clark Wolf who first noticed Rachel Cushing.
That's right.
Not to take anything from Ken. Ken brought her into the league, helped her out, the team, and then he, was absolutely despicable and turned on her. But
yeah, that was the shot heard around the world, including still reverberating through this studio right now, and he is not well liked, and neither is his partner.
His manager in the Lions, and the Lions Den themselves have been a force to be reckoned with. You look at everything that they have done. The team champions are still the Patriots. They've been champions for a long time, and especially after we had this match, the big controversial match with top 10, they're still the champions. However, you look at what was going to happen, who Rachel Cushing was going to team up with, how would it go down? Everyone was rumor. It was a rumor. Would it be Clark Wolf? Would it be Clark Wolf? And it indeed was Clark Wolf. And then
it just made perfect sense.
Would they join Emma? And they indeed did. They joined
As Vanessa
Emma.
constantly says,
they're trying to form something very special, and they have so far. It is the Shirewolves. It is Emma Fyfe. It is Mark Andreyko, and it is the Star Wars champion Sam Witwer.
Every time.
Here today, but that's
I'm so glad I got to talk to Andreyko about that whole thing. That's hilarious.
For our first match with the Shirewolves, we know Clark Wolf knows her.
He's excited for this group, this stable.
How do they work as a team? That's interesting. I know I can work with Clark Wolf. She is a classy competitor, and Rachel Cushing is just wonderful. So I think these two are really going to do something dynamic.
Well, let's hear what they're going to talk about right now.
Dynamo?
Tom, you're here.
You know it.
I'm here too. We're here because Rachel, the Crusher Cushing, challenged me to a contest, and through some chicanery, she found herself a partner, the great Clark Wolf, a legend of the game.
So to speak. She beat Finstock once. By a hair of her chinny chin chin.
And now we're here.
Now the time has come for us to unite two of the greatest players we've ever seen here in the Schmoedown.
Absolutely, absolutely. They are an intimidating duo, and they are intimidating on their own. I can't wait to compete with them.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Shirewolves.
Hello, thank you.
Sometimes people, the hype train rolls out of the station in front of the actual results that will eventually happen, and I think that I still think she's a future champion, but I think sometimes that ship comes into port too soon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and ever since they joined Emma Fyfe's crew, what a whack job crew that is.
A lot of people believe that Ken is the reason that I joined the league in the first place almost a year ago, but the truth is, Clark is the reason, because one day last year we were sitting on the sidelines watching a match. I might have mouthed a few answers. She looked over at me and afterwards said, "You need to be playing out there in the ring." And as you all know, that was quite the leap for me to make, but with her behind me since day one, I think I've proved myself, and for us to come together kind of feels like destiny.
The Patriots are still the champions, so
Patriots are still the champions.
Yeah. Absolutely. You could just pause and just,
that's the Patriots.
You could use this at any point in time. You could cut this back into any promo later on. The Patriots are still the champions. You can use that anytime you want, cameraman. Just put it all together in iMovie, and you're okay.
I want a belt. I want this team belt. There's no
that they do that.
cutesy little
If
bullshit
the Patriots win their
anymore.
next match,
I'm coming for those
I hope
team
that
belts.
in their next
Yes. Is it
saying that
classy
they
and
do
sassy?
put that.
I love the sassy's coming out. We love it.
Or anytime if it comes up,
We
use
might be
it.
called the Lions Den, but today, we're the Dream Crushers.
And bottom line, Shirewolves and whatever her faction is called, you're all losers.
Lots of shots fired.
No surprise.
The Lions Den talking about hype, talking about how they've seen hype happen before. They mentioned the Patriots are still the champions.
Love you,
obviously.
Riley.
Ken doesn't seem like he's sweating this at
Christian,
all.
you're cool.
Nino's not sweating this. He's played Clark Wolf before in the past. He lost, but he did hold his own.
Yeah.
And then you see the Fife Club. You see what the Shirewolves.
God, yeah, like I hated that name on paper, but whenever he says it, like it works so well. I love it.
The thing is, she wants that
Fife
team
Club.
belt.
Fife
Made
Club.
it clear. She
But
has
when
it.
he says it,
and we're ready to
Fife.
go. I can't wait. But there's the
Full
tail of the
club.
tape right here. Obviously, with the Lions Den, you got 80s movies, you got romantic comedy movies, you got being just awful people is the strength of there. And then if you switch on over to the Shire Wolves, you have horror films, Oscar films, and being some of the classiest individuals to beat despicable people that we've ever seen.
That's very
a
true
strength.
and a very good strength.
Thank you. All right, I'm ready to go. Are you?
I am ready to go, Christian.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia. Introducing first.
I like to think that we initiated the
Representing
screaming
the
two
Lions
Schmoedown
Den.
parts.
Making their
Christian
team
fostered it.
debut.
The first time we went,
They
he
would
said,
like
I
to
want
be
you
known
guys to scream
as
it when I say it.
the Dream
Because we were like embarrassed with everyone around.
Give it up
And we did it. We screamed it, and everybody in the free-for-all was like, because we were the only ones shouting it. Now they shout it at every freaking match.
Look, that is awful. That is awful. You are awful. Look at the
You
dress
had
like
the same
homeless
amount of
people.
chance as Whitworth
They
had.
slept on the street
The
last
ball was in play.
He was just quicker at the buzzer there, buddy.
A piece of, he's like baby Dagnino, like baby Groot.
Sure, he had the same amount of time.
Name's Bobby Gucci, you clown.
Well, your face is stupid.
That's my name.
All right.
Your face is
Thank you.
stupid. Up there's
And
a
their
GIF. GIF,
opponents.
whatever way you say it.
Jeff.
Representing the Fife Club, making their Schmoedown team debut, Rachel the Crusher.
P Water's in the way.
Classy Clark Wolf, the Shirewolves. There's their manager. Have a fight of the Fife
Just
Club.
wave your little
And there's
hand.
Rachel Crusher. The Crusher.
They're Rockford Peaches.
The peaches coming in. The peaches are coming in.
I love that Emma just came out and waved her
This
little
is
hat.
fantastic.
And they're ready. What an entrance already. What an entrance.
You did not expect anything less. When I was watching
Yes.
from Clark Wolf, we would know how
Hell
to
We
do
just
it.
got that recently, too.
We did, because I've been wanting it forever. I love that movie, and they.
And the fact that they are using the legit score.
Yes, just when I can't think that I love the Shirewolves even more, they top it with that.
That's right. She's a good person. Right.
They still lost to
So round
Racing.
number one is going to work like this. We're going to give 8.
I was hoping one of them will come out and like do the splits and catch the ball.
Go ahead, lady. Ask your
Taxing a
question.
bit. Oh, damn! Copster.
Well, the ladies love me.
What do you got?
Spelling.
Yeah.
I mean, how close do we have to be here?
You can't. If I
Like,
ask
what kind
you,
of game are we
if
playing here?
if I ask you who played Black Panther, the star of Black Panther, you can't say Chadwick Boseman.
I was damn close.
I won't give
that
that
was so
to you.
close.
And
That
I
cost me.
won't,
That cost me.
and I
That
won't
cost
give
me.
you.
Look, I know I'm here to be kept down. I know that.
And I
so
won't give you Damien Kazeel.
Chips are stacked against me
Yes,
per
Clark.
usual.
How many of the JTE rules do we get?
We got 3 for the entire match.
Copy.
Shirewolves, are you ready?
Yes.
Ready?
Lions, Den, are you ready?
Yeah, born.
Yeah, you want us to be ready.
Born.
Then
Born.
let's get ready to Schmoedown! All right, round number 1, question number 1. In the realm of dramas, in Devil's Advocate, who plays Keanu Reeves' new boss and the devil himself? I like this movie. I really like this movie.
This movie is underrated.
It's a bit campy, but I think it's
Sure,
awesome.
but that's the goodness.
I like it. I like it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Clark. Correct. Ken.
Al Pacino.
Correct. Rachel.
Al Pacino.
And Moron.
I spelled it
You know, and then,
phonetically.
ice cream.
Okay.
Al Pacino.
Sure. All right.
Got it. All right, everyone. Question number 2 comes in the category of comedies. Comedies.
Ha!
Bill Murray starred in 1993's Groundhog Day opposite which actress?
I don't know her name.
I feel like I've been here before.
5,
Done this before.
I really
2,
had to pull that one.
Pens down, Daniel.
I had to go to multiplicity
Don't drive
for it.
angry, Andy McDowell.
Correct, Rachel.
Andy McDowell.
Correct, Tom.
Shelley Duvall.
Incorrect.
She's talented.
That's nonsense.
Really talented.
Andy McDowell.
That's correct.
I couldn't remember her name.
I was quick on the
I had to go to
5 too. man. I was
multiplicity
real
for
quick
it.
on the 5.
Penmanship too. There.
Feels like a movie.
You can use your JTE rule if you
Touch
want.
my peppy, Steve.
Besides,
It was quick on the
as
5.
Roka also knows, scribble will not be tolerated. All right. Here we go. Next question. I get a groan.
It's true.
There we go. Too
Shouldn't be.
soon. Here
Not
we go.
soon
Next
enough.
question. I'll play the heel. Fantasy sci-fi. This 2006 M. Night Shyamalan film that revolved around a swimming pool starred Bryce Dallas Howard, Paul Giamatti, and Jeffrey Wright.
Seriously writing down there.
This is a competitive game. Look at them.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
I don't remember if it's ever
Lady in
in.
the water.
Correct.
Lady in the water.
Thank goodness.
Damn.
Lady in Agua.
I put girl in the water.
Lady of the water and changed it to in.
He's got it. He's got it. Clark.
Lady in the water.
And Ken.
Lady in the water. Can I get a? Is this too late to change some things with this guy? Agua.
Yeah, Agua.
Wow. Okay.
Well, you know,
That's Spanish for water.
well, we got a lot of Spanish fans out here.
All right.
Between the two. All right. I like it.
I know a little beef already.
Question number
Unbelievable.
4. Question number 4 comes in action adventure. Lord Humongous is the name of the main villain from which film in the Mad Max franchise? That's a good question.
That is a good question. You got to give a shout out there to Chris Skaliski and his team of writers.
Yeah, made me think a little bit.
I just looked at the answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. Pens down, Rachel.
Morgan
Tom.
Joe was 4. Toe Cutter
Thunderdome?
was 1.
Incorrect. Sorry, Clark.
Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome?
That's incorrect. Ken.
Look, man, I didn't go to Burning Man. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
That's incorrect. And Rachel.
I started writing Road Warrior.
It
But
would
he
have been
didn't get it
correct,
over.
but you didn't get it. So it is the Road Warrior. Man next to us. Nobody gets it.
Nobody gets
Because I know
it.
1 and
It was a
3.
tough
It
question.
really
I'll give
wasn't
you
1
that.
and.
All right,
I know
so
1
next
and
question
4
here
and 3 was
is
like
in
Tina Turner.
animated.
Yeah.
Animated. Who voiced the lead character of Emmett in the Lego movie?
Such a charming.
Who voiced it?
I love that movie.
You still haven't done it.
Oh my God.
Come on. You got it. You had to go which Chris, huh?
Yeah, no, I knew which Chris it was. Like I knew it was that person. I just couldn't remember it was Chris. You know what I mean? I couldn't like pull his name.
Clark Wolf.
Chris Pratt.
Correct. Ken.
I totally guessed Chris Pratt.
Correct.
Nice.
Rachel.
Chris Pratt.
Yes, and Tom.
George Clooney.
Incorrect. That's close. Shirewolves taking a 2-point lead, but Ken is playing very well. Tom has missed 2.
If the movie was made like 10 years earlier, that would have been it.
Speaking of which,
We're doing pretty good.
80s movies. Here we
All
go.
right, the next question, 80s movies. Your question. Who plays Inigo Montoya in the cult classic The Princess Bride? Clark Wolf, off and runs
Again,
away.
Clark
don't
Wolf,
remember his
before we
name.
even ask the
Immediately.
question.
See, I may not know Princess Bride very well.
And 5,
Yeah.
4, 3,
My name is
2,
Inigo Montoya.
1.
You
Pens
killed my
down.
father.
Ken.
Mandy Patinkin.
You got it. Rachel.
Mandy Patinkin.
Tom.
Carrie Elways.
And Clark.
Mandy Patinkin.
All right, so Ken Knapsack here, keeping the Lions
Keeping
Den
it
alive.
alive.
10-7.
Homeland.
10-7. 10-7 as the
Oh, boy.
Shirewolves are kicking ass, but still, Ken Knapsack is playing great. It's 10-7 here.
I'm offended. Carrie Elways. Come on.
Next question here is the category of horror/thriller. Horror thriller. Ryan Reynolds, Rebecca Ferguson, and Jake Gyllenhaal starred in this horror thriller that took place on the International Space Station.
Had he not said that last part, I wouldn't have been able to
Clark
pull it.
immediately.
Oh, I pulled it as soon as
Clark
they
is
said
on
their
fire
names.
right now.
I was like, oh yeah, it's that one.
5,
I'm terrible with that.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
I don't know if
Rachel.
you can see mine.
Life.
Correct. Tom. Didn't have it.
I've been
Clark.
getting a couple of them,
Life.
right?
And Ken.
Correct.
I want you all to consider watching Fire in the Sky with
DB
Sorry,
Sweeney.
good UFO movie.
Peter Bird.
That's a good movie.
I'll take it.
There you go.
But
There you go.
that shows you, though,
Team
that
1000,
you
Robert
afford to miss
Patrick.
because Tom ain't
Freaked
getting-
me out
I
as
don't
a
know that
child.
movie.
All right.
I don't know that movie.
Your last question comes in the category of directors.
Okay.
Name the last film directed by Stanley Kubrick.
You remember because I told you he died while filming it, huh?
5,
That was
No, I knew it was. I knew it was. I didn't know he died during it, but I knew it was his last one.
Just got back from a party similar. Eyes wide shut.
That is correct, Clark.
I was also at that party.
Yeah, classy and sassy.
And Ken.
We went together.
My 7th grade birthday party was similar. Eyes wide shut.
And Rachel.
I have no funny quip. Eyes wide shut.
There it is. Okay. So how about that for a debut? The
14 to
Shirewolves
9.
only missing one apiece. It's 14 to 9.
That is
as we
powerful.
get into round number 2, the Shirewolves. The Shirewolves here, 14 points as we hit round number 2. So the Shirewolves, you guys have a 14 to 9 lead here. Would you like to go first or second?
Let's go first.
You're gonna go first.
There
Okay.
it
So
is.
please choose who wants to spin. All right. So
And we're sending the Crusher.
The Crusher's going
to
over.
crush the spin.
Yeah, they look confident.
Yeah, they
the
do.
confidence
They're
in these
just
ladies is unbelievable.
Barely breaking a sweat.
And here it is. But that's how dangerous the Shirewolves
Good
are.
spin.
If they
Good
can both
spin.
score 7 points, that's going to be hard for teams to keep up with. I don't care
No,
who it
they've
is.
already got a great lead. And if they get something in their wheelhouse,
Action adventure.
adventure.
They're going to spin again? They're spinning again.
Spinning again, all right.
Someone's scared.
Yes. Good. Another spin.
No, it's a smart move. That's
You
if
should have
anything,
stuck with
action
the
adventure.
first. We should have stuck with the first.
Can hang
Yeah,
with
we've
that
seen,
one.
we've seen
get
teams
some,
have strong
okay.
first rounds.
We
and
should have
then
stuck with the
categories
first.
that do. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Wait.
Uh-oh.
And...
Yeah!
Oh man.
We got a game now!
Oh,
Oh,
that wedge comes in.
All right.
But if anybody can handle it, it's these two. I know
Yep.
they can use their mind, they
That's
can use
the
multiple
question.
choice, and they can get through this.
6 questions.
I love how he
questions.
emphasized
With the
multiple
Juilliard.
choice.
All right.
Yeah, he's like
All right.
he's throwing out a little bit of coaching there.
Here we go. Question number 1 in dance. Question number 1 in dance. In order to achieve their dream of opening a recording studio, 2 friends must win their city's dance contest in what 2000s film?
Multiple choice.
A, make it happen. B, take the lead. C, you got served. D, feel the noise.
Feel
I
the
don't
noise.
know. I don't
You
know
got
any of them.
no. Feel the noise. You got served. C.
Yes.
Does that count?
Yeah, no, you can repeat the options. Yeah.
The only
A, make
reason
it
why
happen.
is because I know
B,
that that's
take
a
the lead.
movie.
C, you got
That's the
served.
only movie I
D,
know.
feel the noise.
You
Make
got
it happen.
served.
Me and the captain make it happen.
B.
It's incorrect. Lucille?
D, feel the noise.
For C, you got served.
Damn.
C, you got served.
Interesting.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
We would have gotten
Question
it because we
number
I would have said
2.
C.
I would have trusted you. I had no
Save the
clue.
Last Dance. The second piece of Sarah's Juilliard edition must be in what dancing style?
Ballet.
Foxtrot. I don't know.
Ballet.
But ballet does
Fine.
seem right because she has to do.
It's incorrect. Lucille?
Ballet?
Contemporary.
What the hell?
No, it's not. That's incorrect.
Oh, that would have been a hell of a steal.
That's incorrect. All right.
Contemporary ballet.
Contemporary.
ballet.
Contemporary hip hop. I mean,
Yeah, right.
I mean, yeah, that's true. She does kind of do like a hip hop
The Hall & Oates or something?
And you're a dope.
contemporary.
You're a dope. Question 3.
What's that?
In the
Just
full monty,
dancing,
who played
like whatever the kids are dancing nowadays?
Former steelworker who forms a striptease group in hopes of making enough money. to
Robert
pay his
Carlyle.
Yeah, that guy.
I love this movie.
Gold. Rumpelstiltskin.
Hello, dearie.
Robert Carlyle?
That's correct for 2 points.
2 points. Boom. They
Clark
needed
Wolf
that
was
one.
probably like, what's the guy's name
All right,
again
next question
from Once
here.
Upon a Time?
Who directed?
She probably was
Black
like
Swan?
train spotting.
Darren Aronofsky.
Yeah,
2
that
more
one.
points.
I was drinking.
I couldn't hear what it says, and I looked at it, and then they said it before.
Which
so.
dance movie is set against the backdrop of a coal mining town?
Coal mining.
Flashdance?
Yes.
Footloose.
That's
Footloose.
Steelworker.
Correct.
Damn it.
Flashdance is Steelworker.
Coal mining town.
Is Zoolander?
Look, it's Billy Elliot. Billy Elliot. Billy Elliot.
What, the chess player?
All right, so that is
The chess player?
Bobby Fischer.
All right.
I was on at my work today.
Violet works at a pizza restaurant before moving to New York in this dance film.
Honey. I don't know. I'm
Mystic
guessing.
Pizza.
Is it A, Footloose, B, Honey. C.
I'm going
Coyote Ugly.
No, Coyote
D.
Ugly.
Save the Last Dance.
Coyote Ugly. Because she does go to New York. And John
Coyote
Goodman
Ugly?
was her dad, but he
That's
worked in...
one
Yeah,
So
Hyper Para,
still, they still have a 10-point lead. They still have a 10-point lead.
Look, they struggled in this category, but it's a category that is not picked a lot.
That is not a. That's going to sink most teams.
Yeah.
That's going to sink most
They
teams.
were able to use multiple choice. They were to get a couple there. They are.
I would have trusted your honey guess. Just because it was on there.
No, to be fair, I would have been like what other people have done. I've just said honey without hearing the others.
Really quick if they have a strong.
God, gotta listen to all of the multiple choice, because then I would have been like, oh, it might be honey. And then as soon as he said Coyote, I'm like, oh wait, it's Coyote Ugly.
It's his new nickname.
Gets ya.
It does.
I would have said ballet as well.
What are you doing,
Clearly.
science?
Science.
There's no pitching clock.
There it is.
That's
All
good.
right.
That's good. Turn around, walk away.
Decent spin.
Well, the opponent's
There you
choice
go.
is still on that wheel as well.
Yes, it is. All right, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, there we go.
Oscar movies.
Yes,
Oscar
yay.
movies.
Keep it.
Take that, guys.
Oscar movies. They're going to take Oscar movies.
Are you taking Oscar movies?
Rachel's daring them. Rachel's daring them to take it.
Take it. Take it. Take it.
Rachel looks
Do
like
it.
Jaws.
Don't encourage
she's just
them.
not very
Take
good.
it.
You're going to have Oscar movies.
I
You're
wanna
going to have
play,
Oscar
don't do
movies
it.
in
Yeah, I'm
5,
sure.
4.
Well, we're gonna spin again. We're
All
spinning
right,
again.
I'm sure
spinning
you're
again.
gonna spin again.
Spinning away
This is a
from the Oscars.
tense match here. Tense match.
I'm enjoying the hell out of myself
Me
right now.
too.
It's a great match.
10 points.
I know what you can do in that category.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh. Nope.
Oh.
That's appropriate.
Let's try some
That's
Charlie
appropriate.
Sheen.
We'll take that.
I want to try
Terminal velocity.
No, they choose all his war films.
All right,
Navy
gentlemen.
SEAls and they need
Hot
to pick Hot
Shots.
Shots Part 2
In
and
the
Hot
category
Shots.
of Charlie Sheen. Clint Eastwood plays a veteran detective who gets stuck with a rookie cop, played by Charlie Sheen, to chase down a German crook in what film?
I don't know. I don't remember. Multiple choice.
5.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, The Arrival, B,
No.
Loaded Weapon,
No.
C, Shoot First, or D, The Rookie?
Say D.
Rookie?
For 1
That's correct
point.
for 1 point.
See, that's how you could do process of elimination if you know the other movies.
Yeah.
All right, question number 2. What is the profession of Charlie Sheen's character in Machete Kills?
Oh, come on.
He's a lawyer. I don't know.
I'm going with Danny
Are
Trejo.
you sure he was in that? Can we check IMDb?
He was in
5.
that movie.
Multiple
Arms
choice.
dealer?
Let's go.
Is it A, a hitman, B, a game show host, C, the President of the United States, or D,
President.
a Martin
C.
Sheen impersonator?
President.
The president.
That's correct. for 1
Martin
point.
Sheen impersonator.
All right, well, they got
I loved
that
you
one.
in
All
Wall
right, well,
Street.
moving on to your
They're
third
both
question,
in Hot Shots
gentlemen.
Part 2.
Which film saw Charlie
Part 2.
Sheen join forces with Kiefer Sutherland, Oliver Platt, and Chris O'Donnell?
3 Musketeers.
Ken
Damn,
Netflix
that's
grabs
right.
2 points on that.
See, I'm not good when it's
And we
like the
move
multiple
on to your
actors.
next question.
Unless it's
What
like Jeff
team
Goldblum,
do
Sam
the
Neill,
Indians
and
defeat to win the pennant
El-
and advance to the playoffs in
Ellie
Major
Sattler.
League.
Or no.
What team does
One,
it?
right?
Yeah.
Major League One.
You
The New York Yankees.
That's correct for 2 points.
Was it the
All right,
Yankees?
and
See,
it's
I-
19 to 15.
Major
First points
League!
in
I know,
back
but I
right now.
forget with Rookie of
And
the
your
Year where it
fifth
was the
question
freaking the
is
other New
Charlie
York
Sheen.
team.
What
Who's that
set
one?
the
Those
setting for
ones.
the action hit 1984's
Sports.
Red Dawn. That's a good
I don't
question.
know,
Red
Connecticut?
question a lot.
I'm impressed with the lines in here. This is a strength zone.
This
5.
is.
4.
Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, Montana, B, New Mexico, C,
Colorado.
Oregon,
Montana.
Colorado?
Montana.
Is it Montana?
B, New Mexico.
That is
Correct.
incorrect for the steal.
It's Colorado.
That is correct. That's a big steal.
Yeah,
That is a big
I would
steal.
have
That's a
gone
good
with you,
steal.
and you would have been Montana, and then
Your
I'd be
last
like, damn, we
question
should
in
have gone with what
Charlie
I said.
Sheen, gentlemen. Who directed
I knew it was like
Charlie
in the
Sheen?
middle of the
1987's
country somewhere.
Wall Street.
Oliver Stone?
Yeah.
Comments from the audience.
I'm going to go Oliver Stone.
Oliver Stone.
That's
All
correct.
right,
for
so
2
we have a
points.
3-point
I would've
lead
been
here
heard
by
that.
the
I'm sure I'll
Shirewolves.
pull that on my
Now
own.
look, if you look at what
Saying
happened
Oliver
there,
Stone, I'm like,
the
yeah, it is
Shirewolves
Oliver
still
Stone.
fought
But if you
very
ask
hard
me
and
without
got
her,
themselves
I'd be like,
10-point lead with a very strong, I mean, excuse me,
John
very hard
Travolta.
category with dance.
That was a tough one.
George
Lions did. It's
Clooney.
one of their strengths. Charlie Sheen does very well. We have 3 points here as we go into round number 3.
I was hoping for a men at work question. That did not happen.
I'm always hoping for a men at work question, a loaded weapon 1 question.
Hot
Who
shots.
did he play in loaded weapon 1? Huh?
16,
Got any bigger?
18.
No.
Hernandez.
Got any smaller?
I don't care.
Keep
All right,
it.
so now we're going to have 16, 17, and 18 to start for the Den. And we start with 16. And that is
My
Cameron
quote was
Diaz.
actually, you need to reverse
Who's
it.
taking the 2?
It's the other way.
That would be me.
All right, here we go.
I'm ashamed. Loaded weapon 1.
All right,
So
Cameron
good.
Diaz. What Cameron Diaz film
A bitch.
featured both Bruce Willis and his ex, Demi Moore?
Charlie's Full Throttle. Charlie's Angels Full Throttle.
Need the whole title.
Charlie's Angels Full Throttle.
That kind of
2 points.
gives them the answer.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Challenge. That gives them the answer.
I'd like to challenge that
Okay, what's the
because
challenge?
That gives
What's
them the
challenge?
answer.
yeah, like he answered.
No, I knew
answered
that's
the
what it was, but I
first
think it was
film was Charlie's Angels. That was his answer.
No, but I thought Charlie's Angels
There's no
was going to be
subtitle.
right.
But you told them that there's more.
Right.
Okay, let's. Or the challenge. If there's a challenge,
Good challenge.
Because the
Yep.
way that I asked the question, they felt I was leading the witness. I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
that's
it
perfect
could've
way
been
to.
more specific.
Yeah, because he's like, I need the whole title. It's like
Yeah.
Charlie's Angels, the first
If
one.
the first one had a subtitle, then yes.
Right. But
So
it didn't.
yes,
The Shirewolves have challenged this call because Tom gave an answer up top. I kind of gave him a little bit more clues throughout my thing. So we're going to scratch the question entirely. We're going to scratch the question. We're going to give a second one. 2-pointer. Cameron Diaz's love interest of
There you go,
Stanley
another
Ipkiss
Cameron Diaz.
is from what film?
Stanley Ipkiss, The Mask.
That would be
Yes. The Mask.
The Mask.
2 points. 2 points for.
I want him to do good. I don't want him to win, but I want him to do
Because I'm always
good.
like, that sounds so familiar.
Okay.
Where's
Stanley
it from?
Ipkiss.
And then like
now we get
someone
to,
says it, you're like,
now we
oh
get
yeah,
to
that's right.
Ken Nassar.
See, I know that. I know
Ken
character
Nassar.
names.
Okay. Ken, in the category
Ipkiss.
of action adventure, Carlos Gallardo played the title character in what movie?
Who the hell is Carlos Gallardo?
5,
She played for the A's.
4, 3.
I'm gonna have you repeat that. Repeat the question.
Carlos Gallardo
Gallardo.
played the title character in what movie?
Who the hell is Carlos Gallardo? I have no clue.
5, 4,
It's a broad question.
3.
It's incredibly
2.
broad.
El Mariachi.
That's correct.
That's 2 points.
That is correct. All right, so now we jump to the Shirewolves.
I went to film school, everybody.
Now we jump to the Shirewolves.
Wow.
All right, you chose the number 4, and that syncs up with the category of Spielberg films. Who would like to take it?
I'll take it.
All right, Clark. Who played the mother in 1982's E.T.?
Jeez.
Tim Franco's like, I know that one.
Yeah, because he's mentioned that before.
Yeah, he has mentioned it before.
She was in Howling. D. Wallace.
2 points. 2 points. 2 points.
Girl, that's how you do it. Go to another movie.
Pull it out of there, and she did it.
All right, so we're bouncing
Hell
back.
of a
We're
pull.
bouncing back
I
to the
would
den
not
here
know.
because Clark hit that.
Tim Franco
Clark
would know.
hit it.
He
So
would.
He
now
was
we-
also in Cujo.
Now we jump out to the den. Lions Den has their 5-pointer. If they miss it, it goes back to the Shirewolves. If they hit it, they will still go back to the Shirewolves, but they'll have a lead. So they have now number 18. Number 18, dramas. Dramas. Here we go. All right, here's your 5-pointer. In 2014's Frank, who plays musician and Frank's aggressive sidekick, Clara Wagner?
Oh, man. Aaliyah Sawcat. I don't know.
5, 4.
I don't remember who
3,
else was in it besides Donald
2.
Gleason. And
I know, me too.
It's your second one. In 2014's Frank, who plays musician and Frank's aggressive sidekick?
See, I
Clara
want to
Wagner?
say, what's her name? Allison
5, 4,
something.
3.
But I know
2.
it's not
Repeat
her.
the question.
That's the last, one. In
I don't
2014's
know. I
Frank,
have
who plays
no
musician
clue.
and Frank's aggressive sidekick? Clara Wagner. 5, 4, 3.
The answer is Michelle Moynihan.
That is incorrect. Maggie Gyllenhaal is the answer.
Really?
So now the Shirewolves have two opportunities
I don't remember that.
to win the game.
I made
here.
it halfway through,
Rachel's
Frank.
gonna have
Was
a
it good?
chance to
Should I
win
watch it?
with 8.
Let me know.
With 8.
All right, Rachel, your 3-pointer
Finish
in the
watching
category. Number 8, you chose Matthew McConaughey films.
All right.
Exactly. Who played the main child in Mud with Matthew McConaughey?
Ty Sheridan.
And
Ready, fan, run, carnival,
Tom Dagnino ran out. That's the second time he's
Betty
been
Spaghetti.
beaten by Emma
Aw,
Fife in
Betty
less
Spaghetti's
than 3 or
husband
4
dies.
months here. And now the Shirewolves are off to a good start. Little bit of a scare there when it came to dance movies, and then obviously right up top of stupid ass Charlie's Angels. And now we're going to be talking to Jen Sturger, who is with the Shirewolves, and I think the Den. Here we go.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? Jen Sturger here with Emma Fife, the manager of the Shirewolves. Emma, you got to be feeling pretty good about that last performance.
You know, I am. It's another win for me over one Tom Dagnino, and I'm racking them up now. And honestly, you know, these women, they played so well. I'm so proud of their performance today. I mean, obviously they had an unbelievable round 1. They each just missed one question, and Rachel frankly knew the answer, as anybody can see. She just needed a little more time to come up with it, which sometimes happens when you're up there under the lights. And let's just say if the other team had spun dance movies, I don't think they would have done as well in that very difficult category as these two women did here.
Absolutely. How are you feeling about their performance going forward?
Listen, you know, any team, when they start out for the very first time together, there's a little bit of bumps in the road, stuff to overcome. In terms of this being a debut match between this team, obviously they've both played incredibly well on their own and as parts of other teams, but I think if today is any indication, you're looking at the future team champions right here.
Absolutely. Ladies, you scrapped tooth and nail for that match. It seemed like everything, you know, you had a great first round, a really strong first round.
They're good.
And then you hit dance
They're
movies.
good, you.
And everything
That was my
seems to
attempt at
spiral
a
out from
Robert De
there.
Niro impression, which I've never tried to do ever.
I think it was, you know, a
No,
challenge.
sorry,
Not every
that's
wheel
not
slice is
work.
going to
No,
go your way.
no.
That's how
I'll
this
never do it
game
again.
works. And our biggest thing today
No.
was to see how we played together, how we
more like
handled the pressure, how we navigated
trying
the
to do it.
questions.
I'll
And
figure
honestly,
it out.
I think we
You
did.
don't want to try it on camera?
We took our time.
No, I will.
We talked to each other. We communicated.
We're in the
we
presence
did
of
what
people.
a
I'm
team
listening.
needs to do
Multitask.
really well, and we navigated a category that is not our strength, and still got a number of points. Did not allow for any steals, so I call that a win.
And we also didn't play it safe. And that was a choice. That was on purpose because we felt confident that even if we missed
They
it,
wouldn't be
probably
able to
weren't gonna
steal
get
the
it too,
twos.
So why don't we go for the
Ballet,
two?
though, man, I
We
would've
hit,
just-
And if we don't, fine.
That's what I would've gone for.
You know, that's something I
Contemporary?
learned from playing with Riley and Wolves
It's
of
a
Steel.
hotel.
Was like we played it safe a little bit, and it just sometimes it works out. But
All the
sometimes
dance
it doesn't.
fans are
So
like,
we
"No,
made
it's a
that choice,
style."
and I think it was the right choice.
I get it.
Absolutely.
I get
This
it. I get
round
it.
when
It
you
is.
saw that they hit Charlie
It
Sheen.
is.
Yes.
I was. I mean, honestly, who else is that category for?
Pretty much. I mean, that's how the game goes. When you get a not strength category and they get a strength category, that makes it a game. That's what makes it the Schmoedown. And it's, like I said, the thing I'm proud of is how we navigated that and how we came together and then how we ran round 3 to get the win. So,
Absolutely. And then coming into that last round, obviously a little bit of controversy surrounding the question with Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
Tell me your thought process with that. You know, how that was, obviously, like, it shook you a little bit.
Yeah, well, my thought process was that he was wrong. He gave the wrong answer because Charlie's Angels is the name of the first movie, and Charlie's Angels Full Throttle is the name of the second movie. So Tom answered the question wrong, and so I'm glad we challenged. I'm glad we challenged, and even though it didn't go in our favor, and I still firmly, as I don't know if you can tell, disagree with that.
Giving them a new question.
Yeah, exactly, with giving them a new question. Fortunately, we were able to pull it out in the end.
But they gave him another
Mark, you were watching that
Cameron
match.
Diaz
Tell
that
me,
bitch question.
Were you when you
Which
saw
is
that
what
the Lions
they
didn't
didn't
hit
do before.
Charlie Sheen movies that second round?
Right.
Were you a little concerned?
Not really.
Knowing their inner workings.
Not really, because they're both drunk all the time, so they don't know which Charlie Sheen movie they're talking about. But I do agree with Clark on the
Try
Charlie's
why I
Angels
like
question.
them.
I thought that was a clear there are 2 movies. If they had said Charlie's Angels 2, that wouldn't count. The movie's full title on IMDb is Charlie's Angels Full Throttle.
I got it.
And but they didn't.
Yeah,
need it.
no,
I mean, it was
I
just one of those things where it was a little bit.
I don't remember
that they
Bruce
had
Willis
lost,
being
they
in
were
it.
Screaming
He's
because
in it.
that. But
Clearly.
because they won, it's a little less. It's still wrong, I think.
Absolutely. Don't burn down the new studio. We just got here.
It's a nice studio.
So,
It's big.
guys, I have to ask you now. After today's
Well,
win, who
in
do
one
you
part of it is
collectively want
big.
next?
The part where they hang their hats.
Very good question.
Is big.
Certainly
Mark's whispering
down the
Patriots.
line, that is of course everybody's goal at this point, including ours.
And they got a green room
I
now.
think the thing that when Clark and I came together as a team, the thing that we said was that we wanted to play. You know, whatever it takes to get to that belt, we are going to earn it. Clark talked about hype. We know we have been hyped up by the fans, and we're excited that, we pulled out a win today to live up to that hype, but we plan on continuing to work hard to earn that. So whoever's next, we'll take them on.
This is definitely a team that puts in the work. As Rachel said, she and Clark, they're going to do whatever it takes in order to get that belt, which they obviously deserve, but they're going to prove that they deserve that belt, and they're not just going to cut the line and jump right to taking on the Patriots, though that will happen. Mark my words.
And there's no rush. I think that's the important thing. Rachel and I are not in a huge hurry. We're coming for those belts. I am getting those belts. We are getting those belts. I am going to have a belt. Okay?
You have one on right now.
I have one.
Gold belts. I'm very intense, as you can see, but I'm not in any hurry. And I think that's something else I learned from the Wolves of Steel was all the expectation of you should have a belt tomorrow, and that's not how it goes. That's not how teamwork is. So I think for us, we're ready for whoever's next, but there's no rush.
The waiting game.
And let's not
Play
forget
the
Emma.
long
You still
game.
have that number
Marvel
one
did
contender
it,
spot out there
and look where they
I
turned
do.
out to be.
Any chance you're cashing it in?
Shots
You know,
fired.
I haven't made a decision regarding that as of just yet. As I say, obviously, I would be happy to give it to this team any day because I know in my heart of hearts that this is going to be the team that takes down the
That's true.
Patriots.
She could
However, I
give it
want
to
them to
them
do that
right
when
away
they feel
if they
ready.
wanted.
And right
That's very
now, I
true.
think
But they need to
we just have a
oil
journey
out their
of proving how
machinery.
I think
unbelievably
it would be
talented
more
and intelligent
sweet
these women are ahead of us
victory if
before
they
we
were
get there.
able to
Absolutely. Ladies,
Work their way
congratulations
up.
on your first win together.
I think she should
I'm
give
sure
it to
there's many more
Andreyko.
come.
Yes.
Ken Knapsack, one half of the Lions Den today.
But at an
Where's your partner?
opportune time.
Tom is doing what any good manager is doing after your team or your players have been cheated. He's off to our lawyer. We are looking at some paperwork. We're looking at maybe some stuff, maybe filing something against this match. Just a lot of shenanigans going on in here.
Filing something.
Yeah, filing some paperwork to maybe reverse the decision of this match. You have 2 announcers who are openly rooting against us. You're a professional sports broadcaster, Jen. You know that you can't have favorites in
I don't
the
show
game.
any bias, or try not to.
Right, you can't play favorites. They're actively rooting against us. Some of those questions were just softball
But
questions.
then, softballs, they hit dance movies in the second round. That's not...
Can I give you a hot scoop? Hot
Okay.
scoop, Jen. After Rachel and I lost a match on a dance movie question, she went and studied it. She's playing you out there. She's working you. It's a gimmick. She's saying, "Oh, I don't really know dance movies."
Good
She's
point.
been studying. I can assure you.
It's a good point.
That is true.
Wow.
So,
Interesting insight
Man
there.
spitting some truth.
But you guys hit Charlie Sheen right after that. And
Uh,
came right back. And you were right back in the game.
yeah, I will admit that round should have been a little bit more in our favor. Like Charlie Sheen is a spirit animal for Tom. Me with his performance,
Possibly his father.
possibly, and his performance in Young Guns is one of the best of all time. Regulators mount up. I mean, I love Charlie Sheen's work, but we did falter a little bit there. I'll admit that. I thought we could have had some steals. I thought I should have answered. You got served. And I apologize to some my friends afterwards because I think they expected more from me in that round. But that's the way it goes. I feel, though, the game was won or lost in the third round, and that's where just an air of shenanigans emerged.
Were you at all disappointed with Dagnito's performance in the first round?
There was a moment where I lost my cool. I apologized to him profusely between rounds. I shouldn't do that. It's very unprofessional of me. He's a great player. He's a legend. He's one of the building blocks of the Schmoedown, and I shouldn't do that. He had a bad first round. Rachel used to always have bad first rounds, and I'd have to pull her out of that and pull us into the game, and she would then shine in the second and third round. So I've been there before.
And then coming into that third round,
He's used to it.
how did you feel about the commissioner's decision to go ahead and give you guys a new question?
Rubbish. That's absolutely rubbish that we even got to that point. Tom answered the question correctly. All right, he had not completed his sentence. There was still an ellipses kind of forming on the edge of his mouth. He was forming the phrase "full throttle." If you review the tape, much like if you go back to the Iron Man match and review the tape that the time ran out, you'll see that Tom was completing his sentence.
Well, I'm sorry that Tom was not here for me to actually ask him questions.
He's doing important work.
What is right?
Where'd Tom go?
On going forward for you guys.
I'm just waiting to see when I get my chance to take on Sam Witwer again for the Star Wars title. I know there's some other worthy contenders. At least they think they're contenders, and they can sort that all out. I think
My friend
contractually
Alex.
I do get a rematch, and I think Tom's also
Shut up,
looking
you're embarrassing
into
me
that
in
at
front
our
of my friend
office. He's doing what a manager does. He doesn't just cheer on the sidelines. He's handling a lot of the Lions Den business.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Ken. Tough loss today, but I'm sure we'll be seeing more.
It was a very tough loss. The biggest disappointment for me was that Mark Andreyko didn't come out dressed as the Peaches second baseman, Marla Hooch. I really was
Hooch.
Back to you guys.
Well, obviously,
It had
Danilo
to
ran
be
off. He doesn't want to be there.
you.
Tom trying to cover for him and saying, he had other things, other obligations or whatnot, and he's again blaming us and blaming everyone else, blaming the system. But the Shirewolves came to play. When you have that kind of deficit, when you have dance movies, which is not a strong category for most.
Yeah.
And they still were up by 10 points.
They were still up by 10
Impressive.
points. Look, the Lions, and I'll give credit where credit's due. They hung in there. They got a good story, and they answered some questions. That's great. But to walk out of there, look, any given Schmoedown day, you can have a match like this. But the Shirewolves, they remain calm. They pulled it out with that last winning question. Hell of a match.
Yeah, I'd be nervous if I was most teams out there looking out over and seeing the Shirewolves coming. I'd be nervous. You have a lot of these new teams out there. See, that's the thing is that the Shirewolves are 1-0. There are other teams, brand new teams that don't have the experience of say the Shirewolves because even though, Clark Wolf has played so many times and was Rookie of the Year, and Rachel Cushing was Rookie of the Year. That doesn't mean that they can't play another team who's 1-0 here. That's the part of the brand new team. So who do they play next? Will it be the world's finest?
When are they coming?
Will it be superhero news?
The Rookie of the Year versus the Rookies of the Year.
I know, but when are they coming? I thought they'd be there by
somebody
now.
that gets in the way
He's a busy
of the
guy.
Shirewolves, and I would look out.
He's on tour and everything. 10-year tour.
Match, and I'm glad to say that they did pull it out.
Well, there you go, guys. That's the match for today. The Shirewolves come out on top here, 25-22 over the Den, and I'm sure we're not going to hear the end of it between the Fife Club and the Lions Den. Thank you guys so much. If you haven't joined Patreon yet, become a patron today. You can get the link in the description. Please go ahead and do that. We just did our our live event. I hope a lot of everybody who came out and saw it enjoyed it, had a good time. We're going to be doing another one. Please, we're going to be posting those matches very soon. So thank you once again. For the great Mark Yodi Riley, I'm Christian Harloff. We'll see you next time.
Is that your Robert De Niro impersonation?
Yeah.
Okay. So, it was a pretty damn close match for it being Tom Dagnino and Ken, which we know Ken is a pretty admirable foe when it comes to the Schmoedown.
He pulled some out that they're just like, dang!
Yeah, absolutely.
And it happened.
And Dagnino, I do think that he was led on to the correct answer by Christian by saying full answer. By the way the question was worded, because there was a big thing back then with Charlie's Angels and then Charlie's Angels Full Throttle, which I thought was dumb. But it makes sense because it was the full name of their sequel back when they were like, no more numbers, we're going for subtitles. But yeah, the girls did amazing, especially like Clark said, navigating through those dance movies. And then Rachel being able to understand that there is a little bit of work that they need to put in to be a team that will shine after a little bit of time.
And I totally agree with what Clark was saying too about she learned with the Wolves of Steel, and now she's coming back with the Shirewolves and how they need to do the long game. Essentially, there's no rush for them. They just gotta chug along and just play some games. And I think that's the way that they need to approach it, because I feel like they do have a lot of pressure too with the fans. They're like, yes, the new champions and stuff like that. And then it kind of puts like this weight on their shoulders essentially, because then they're like, oh well, because they don't want to disappoint the fans. Like that is something that does, like they don't want to. And so I feel like when they lose or when something happens and it feels like they are disappointing, which they're not, it happens. People lose in a game. Somebody has to win and someone has to lose or come in second. At least I came in second, you know. But so in this game, I think that approaching it in a way where it's like, all right, let's just go in there, win or lose. We're going to pick ourselves up and do it again.
By the way, that "at least I came in second" quote, I say it all the time, and you say it now too. It's actually Bridget Wilson in Saved by the Bell. She had like a small character in that show, and they tried to do like a Army ROTC type thing, and she lost, and then she's like laying on the floor because she got knocked out, and she's like, "At least I came in second." That's where it came from. So.
But it works, you know, like
it's true.
You kind of approach it in that way, coming in second, and it's still good.
Yeah, especially here, they don't have to worry about that because they did win.
Right.
So it just depends on if they were to come back for their second match and they get dominated, steamrolled, then the pressure will get you.
Yeah, because it does kind of take a toll when you like have like, oh, they're gonna win, oh, they're gonna do this, oh, they're gonna do this, and then you kind of lose a match, and then everybody, I feel like in some way, sometimes people kind of fall off.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, they don't seem as great as everybody is saying because
critically
they lost
acclaimed.
this
It
game.
seems to happen
and
to
it's
them.
like people will lose a match.
William
like,
Bibiani, man.
If
people
you really right, and it's like if you really like this team, come on, like people are gonna lose, people are gonna win. Like just
look at JTE.
Yeah,
lost,
he lost, and then he came back like head first, literally, like ridiculous. And it's the same thing with Roca. Roca had that fallout with Bespin, and he thought that everything was going down, and then he came on top and became champion.
And then he had to fall again.
And then he folded again, and now he has to climb back up. And it's just an up and down situation, and I'm really proud of what is going on with the Shirewolves. I can't wait to see what else they have in store, and I'm really excited to see more from them and the Fife Club.
And I do love that Ken has found Dagnino. I do love Ken and Dagnino, that group together. They played really well, too. I mean, yeah, Dagnino had a little bit of struggle in the first round, but man, you got to shake some of those cobwebs off. It takes a little bit of warming up, and I think Dagnino eventually, once he warmed up, he was combating. I mean, they went toe for toe with the Shirewolves thanks to the spin of the wheel, and that's how it happens. And technically, if the question went the way it was in the round 3 for him, he got both times the 2-pointer. He did get full throttle had it not been challenged, and he got Stanley Ipkiss. So that one isn't an easy one that he was able to pull. So the man does have the answers when it comes to specific questions. And yeah, you could say that about anything someone's asked you. If it's something you know, then you know it. Yeah, but those are some tough questions. Stanley Ipkiss isn't an easy one. It's not like Ace Ventura. It's Stanley Ipkiss. So he pulled it, and that was why I was rooting for them, because I wanted them to do well. Didn't want them to win, but I wanted them to do well. So either way, what did you guys think of the match? Let us know in the comments below. The free-for-all's coming up, and we will be in attendance. That is for damn sure. So I believe April 13th is the day that it's hitting. We are trying to organize something here locally in Tucson, Arizona. So you Arizonan, or even there's people talking to us from Vegas that are possibly coming down. We are trying to put something together where we can have a viewing party for the free-for-all on the 14th or 13th.
13th. Friday. Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th? Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'll bring my Jason mask. I don't have one. I'll just like print it out and paste it over my face.
There you go.
Paste it like rubber cement and smack it on. But either way, thank you guys for watching our reaction to the battle between the Shirewolves and the Lions Den. Like and subscribe.
And you did the thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Stardust.
All the social networking joints, you know where they are. Can kick into the party, fill the party, keep the party going at our Patreon. This is starting to take effect. Hit up the Patreon, gets us where we need to go, like a lighter video. And other than that, thank you guys so much. And as always,
now it's time to say goodbye.
Bye.
And this party's over.